when you see an X-ray like this and the patient's in your office and his shoulder hurts, what do you how do you break this news to him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hard conversation, right? Because most people go in for a replacement thinking that, I've invested the time, the money, and now I'm done and I'm fixed. It's always hard to explain to people that, no, I'm sorry, we're going to have to, you're looking at a few things going forward. So that's hard. I mean, clearly he's had, pretty much nearly catastrophic baseplate failure. So whenever I see broken screws, it kind of tells you a few things. You really have to understand what the construct is, right? Not all these base plates are the same. So certain types of base plates have posts, have screws, have posts and screws. This type of implant specifically has more of a cage construct. So, my initial thoughts on this is that there's been a lack of bony ingrowth within the cage. So typically you graft within that cage and you need to get compression in order for that to integrate or osseointegrate into the glenoid. So those screws seem pretty short. They're pretty much the length of the cage, meaning that there was probably some failure to achieve initial compression of the base plate within the vault and get appropriate growth within the cage. And the second thing is maybe there's some type of underlying infection which prevented that. And then it's causing micromotion over time, which causes the base plate to fail and screws to break. So it's some type of biological problem, whether that's orthobiologics, right, where it's compression and the principles we go by, or infection or self-imposed biologic problem, which is, we caused an infection or something like that. So either way, he's looking at a revision, whether it's 1 stage or 2 stage, we can talk about that. But that's pretty much that's my first impression of that X-ray.